Yo, what is up? It's your boy RJ in the building, and today I want to talk about my opinion on the rage quitting penalty. So yes, if you lot have been living under a rock, or maybe you don't know about, you don't really follow connections or anything like that, they have implemented a rage quitting system into Storm connections. Now, this rage quitting system is based off of penalizing people who like to leave mid game, or if you have a bad connection and your connection is inconsistent and that cuts you out, you will still take effect of this. Hence why they do give you a warning if you are playing online. Make sure you have a stable connection. It's the icon that they use within the game, right, to show you if somebody leaves a lot or not, will indicate how the penalty will go. So for example, if you have a green penalty, then if you have a green icon, should I say, right, then you will not receive this penalty. In fact, not only that, you have kind of like four leeway. I don't even know how to explain this. You have four chances, basically. You have four warnings before you get penalized, right? Now, I feel like, right? So I watched Poison Economy's video on this as well. Hence why I even wanted to talk about it myself. And I do agree with him when I say that four warnings is a bit too much. I feel like even in Storm 4, before they gave you a discount frequency, they gave you three. Meaning if you left 3 times, you was gone. I think like that is more than acceptable enough, because let's say, I don't know, it's not your fault, or we all know that connections can just drop randomly. It doesn't drop all the time. You got 3 options within a week. They did it by, and then they reset the warnings list basically. I think if they did it like that, it would be fine. Just give them 3 options and then you can go from there. So how the penalty works, I'm going to give you the numbers right now. So that's if you're green. If you're orange, the next rage quit you do, you will get a 30-minute penalty and you will lose 100 BP. The BP loss, because you have 4 warnings, I feel like it should have been a bit like maybe you lose more BP to the minute, but again, you've had 4 warnings and then you've rage quit again. Do you see what I'm saying? So even though that's the first time the penalty kicks in, it's not the first time you've rage quit. Thus I feel like you should still be getting higher punished, but maybe I'm just a bit harsh. To the next time you do it within the orange smiley face is 1 hour and you lose 200. Then it will be 6 hours, then you lose 500. Then 12 hours and 1,000, and then 24 hours and 2,000. So after the 1 hour mark, it does get pretty harsh from there to 6 hours. But like I said, for me, I feel like it should have maybe even started off with like 3 hours or something, or maybe starting off with 1 hour rather than half an hour, because you've rage quit 4 times before you even receive the penalty. Now, if you move on to the red, and this is where let's say orange is like you stole a car, highway robbery. Red is like you've just committed a murder. So if you rage quit again, it's 2 days and you lose 4,000. If you rage quit again, it's another 2 days and it's 6,000. And if you rage quit again, and it's 3 days and 1,000. And I assume if you're at that point and you're rage quitting again, then you're just gonna be on perma 3 days and losing 1,000. By that point, I don't even know why you're playing. Like, you might as well just not play ranked. Like, by that point, you're not having fun. Like, you're not even affecting anyone else. It's just affecting you at that point. So that is the penalties that they have put on in the system. Now, the controversy that Poison discussed when I was watching his video. By the way, I'll put his video in the link in the description if you want to hear his views and topics, right? As he does speak to also Globku as well in his video. So if you want to check that out, then definitely check my link in the description. I'll put it in there. Is what he does talk about is so they added this new feature, right? Which most fighting games have, and especially Tekken has always had it for as long as I've been playing Tekken, which is you'll see a pop-up where it will show you the region, it will show you the connection, and it will show you what smiley face they have to show are they likely to rage quit even despite the penalties, right? So from there, you can decide, yes, I want to play this person based on their connection and if they're going to rage quit or not, or no, you do not. If you accept yes, you will be taken into the lobby mode where you can see what team someone has. Once you get to that point, you are locked in. If you leave from that point, you will receive a penalty or you will lose a warning. Now, I agree with this. I don't believe you should be able to cherry pick your opponents on ranked because of a team you don't like. Ranked is kind of like a test of skill. That is what ranked is about. If you are a higher rank, it's supposed to suggest that you are better at the game. And part of being good at the game is being able to overcome any difficulty that you were faced with, despite it being annoying, despite it being meta or anything like that. Hence why I didn't like previous Storm games ranked, where I could just rank up by just finding someone, seeing a team that they have, and then just leaving because I don't want to fight that team. At the end of the day, it is a taste of skill and knowledge and overcoming whatever you are faced with. And once you are locked in and you accept yes, you're locked in. That's you. If they're playing against Kaguya or anything like that, then go from there. But he does raise a very good point, which Globku did find a solution for, that other fighting games also do, which is the issue is that cheaters, so modders, that kind of thing, if you run across against those kind of players, then what are you doing? What, you can't leave. You're not going to want to fight a cheater or anything like that. And this is where a block player option which should be implemented. Again, they do this in Tekken, where they have a block player option. So if there is someone, you go from there. And even though people mostly use it to avoid players, they just add a block limit on there. So for example, you can make it so you can block 50 players, for example, and then you can kind of go from there. I very highly doubt you will come across 50 different cheaters. That'll be very insane. And if it comes to the point where, even if they didn't have a limit on it, for example, and you just blocked everyone that you didn't like, and you're gonna get to the point where you're not gonna have no one to play, like, because you just blocked everyone. So, I feel like that's more of a player problem for themselves rather than the community as a whole. So, it'll be kind of go from there. So yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts based on everything. I want to hear what you think about how the penalties work. Do you feel like they went about it correctly? Do you feel like it's not a good idea? Let me know in the comment section below, because I do read every single comment that I get. So without further ado, I bid you guys farewell. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure I will be talking about this upcoming patch and the new character Kawaki as well. Alright, peace, sayonara, and adios.